My name's Jess, I'm an illustrator and creative practitioner, and I've been delivering a project with funding from the Arts Council of Wales called Source to Sea. I have quite a deep connection to the sea. A lot of my work has been coastal based. This project's been biographic in that sense, sort of tracing my steps back where I came from, but also thinking about the interlocking ecologies and how we can be more mindful with the way we move forward to the next phase of what our climate will look like. Resist feeling and how actually everything has an impact on each other. So this evening has been a coming together of lots of different artists and organisations whose work is around the sort of water catchment area or works within it in some way. So we've had myself talking about the community engagement aspect of my project, doing workshops around the Afon Machno and also in Borth. So yeah, with this theme I decided I wanted it to be a bit more inclusive, not just about my own practice. There are lots of artists and organisations who are working within this theme, and so this evening was bringing together a lovely collection of people to present as well as me, and have some display tables and making it a bit engaging with the audience as well.
My name is Shanna and I'm the Engagement and Research Officer for the Wild Oysters Project in by Conwy. I'm from Bangor University and it's a project partnered with Zoological Society of London, and this evening with Jess Balla's event we'll be talking about Source to Sea, which is very exciting, and then my part of the project is definitely in the sea aspect of it, and I was speaking about how we as a project are returning native European oysters to by Conwy.
Hi, my name's Rosie. I'm a rush basket maker, and all my materials I harvest myself from the River Isle in Somerset. My work is very much linked to rivers and the ecosystems that form part of the river. I think the takeaway message from this evening probably is, although we're all very different people in the subjects that we work within, we've got artists, we've got poets, and someone who's from the Oysters Project. I think the main takeaway is that we should all be protecting our waterways, not just for the wildlife that depends upon it, but also for the artists that depend on the natural materials for their work as well.
My name's Rodri. So I'm sort of semi-furniture maker, semi-artist / creative. I do stuff with folklore, stories of the land mainly around Tarddiad and the area of the Upper Conwy. I've been working kind of on various projects with Jess actually over the last few years, and sort of come in and out of this Source to Sea project with her as well, and so yeah, it's good to be here. So my workshop is in Tarddiad, so we're right on the banks of the Afon Conwy. I've just kind of started looking at the history of the place and the folklore of the place, and a lot of it is to do with rivers. I didn't really know about how interconnected all the waterways are really, like stuff that happens upriver affects things downriver and close to the sea as well. You know, like Source to Sea is literally the name of the project.
So this evening I shared aspects of my creative research on peatlands. I showed a film called Are My Peat Compatible?, which was filmed on Corsgafellog, a quaking bog close to where I live in Caernarfon. And as I was playing the film, I had material samples with me, pulped grass from one of the Anglesey fens and biochar, and I made this concoction, this composite with the raw materials, and I call it a peat-free pizza, and I've been asking the audience members to take some of the words that they've heard today and add it as a topping onto the composite. So it's a kind of experiment.
I'm Lowri Heddvaughan. I'm a regenerative practitioner working in and around Dyffryn Peris, and I know quite a few of those involved this evening, kind of creatively and professionally, and have been learning a bit about Jess's work recently, and was lovely to be invited to join in this evening and share some of my poetry. Source to Sea for me is a representation of what I try to do, what I try and get communities to do, is to think as holistically as possible, to think about all the things that flow in and all the things that flow out, be that kind of water catchments or, day-to-day life, you know, what we buy into our homes, what we waste. It's just a lovely representation of all of these cycles and flows of life that we need to be more mindful of.